Okay, good evening. We're going to start the meeting, if we will, please. If you'll stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Missy is not here, so I'll call roll, I guess. Libby? Ryan?
Here.
Sean?
Here.
Fritz?
Here.
We have a quorum. I need to get an approval for the agenda. I don't think we have any changes, do we, Joe?
I'll make a motion to approve tonight's agenda for April 20th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And looking for approval for the meeting minutes from April 6th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the meeting April 6, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, first up tonight, we'd like to, we're going to recognize the Mount Vernon boys basketball program for the 2025-26 season. They are the new IHSAA Class 4 state champions. I'm glad a few of you could make it. That's good. We wanted to do something to recognize you guys, so it's kind of hard to get everybody together. I'm going to read a little piece here, and then we're going to give you guys something from the town. On behalf of the Fortville Town Council, it's a tremendous honor to recognize and celebrate the Mount Vernon Marauder boys basketball team, our IHSAA 4A state champions. In Indiana, basketball is more than a game. It's a tradition. It's a shared language across the generations. And in a small town like Fortville, a moment like this belongs not just to the players on the court, but to the entire community standing behind them. This championship season, 28 wins, 3 losses, undefeated in the conference, shocking one opponent after the other, plus the state of Indiana's Mr. Basketball is a testament to relentless work, discipline, and belief. It represents countless early mornings, long practices, and the unselfish commitment of players, managers, and coaches who sacrificed something bigger than themselves. This championship will be remembered on banners in record books, but more importantly, it'll be remembered in conversations, in school hallways, and in pride our community carries forward. It reminds us that in Fortville, big dreams can grow in small towns. And then when a community comes together, extraordinary things are possible. Congratulations to Mount Vernon Marauders, players, managers, coaches, families, and fans. The town of Fortville is proud of you, and this championship will forever be part of our shared story. Congratulations, guys. Well deserved. So Andy's going to read your name off, and you guys can come up, and he's got a little something over here for you. And we'll make sure everybody that's not here, they'll get one of these too, so. How's it feel to be champions?
All right. So first we have Jaden. I've always struggled with your last name. Kuznick? Is it Kuznick?
Kuznick.
Jaden Kuznick. This is a challenge coin. You're going to be my demonstration here. Sorry. Front and back, we have the Marauder, Mount Vernon Marauder with the battle axe and the shield, which Ms. Tanya Davis up there, our town council president, she was the one who originally is the original artist of the Marauder. What'd you say, 1981?
Yeah, I think it was before, yeah, it was in the middle of my high school career, I guess. Yeah.
So it's pretty special to her. So it has on the front, it says IHSAA Class 4A State Champion basketball. And then on the back, you have our town seal. But we added, if you look up there at the town seal there in the middle, it's carrying a shield there with the American flag colors. But we added the Mount Vernon shield there. So it has that. But it looks basically just like that. So each one of you get that. Also a little, not really a certificate, but just kind of a special little something there that kind of explains everything about the community, you know, what it means to us as a community and everything else. And hopefully it means as much to everybody here and to you as much. Yeah, it means a lot to everybody.
It does. It does. Yeah. Yeah.
Keegan Battles. Sir, there you go. You don't get all that crazy presentation there, but there's that. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for having an easier name to say. All right. And we get, who do we have here? Oh, Cameron Price. I don't know why I even had to look. Cameron is a senior. Cameron was energy off the bench. Cameron came in. He always had a big smile on his face. Tonight he looks like he wants to go to bed. Must have had a long day of school. He's ready to graduate and get out of here, right? Thank you very much. Next up, we have Brady Weber. Thank you. Brady won the Trester Award, which is pretty awesome. That is, yeah, you don't have to leave yet.
Yeah.
The Trester Award is something that it's a mental attitude award. Sometimes it goes to the losing team more so than it goes to the winning team at the IHSAA state finals. Brady won that, and it's something that I've watched Brady grow up. He's been one of my daughter's class growing up, and just watching him as a great kid, someone I've known since, you know, that tall, you know, and knowing his dad forever. Very proud of him and what he's been able to do, and made a huge difference out on the court. I mean, obviously you see he's not a very big guy, but you know, he made a huge difference in a lot of crazy plays. A couple times looked like he broke his neck out there on the court. And you know, congratulations to everything you did. You were definitely a workhorse for us and did a great job. So congratulations. All right. Last but not least, Miss Presley Williams, who was a team manager. Congratulations, ma'am. There you go. Little certificate for you. Well, yeah, you're good. That's my daughter. And we had a lot of them that weren't able to make it tonight due to spring sports and everything else. So other commitments. Coach Bradburn has been selected to be an assistant for the All-Star team. And then Luke Ertl, who won Mr. Basketball, a huge honor. He wasn't able to be here either due to a prior commitment, but We've got a lot of great talent on this team, a lot of these guys that have played together for a long time, and just a lot of heart. And through it's amazing. It is amazing to watch these guys come together and watch them play and stare, to stare, really just, you see it, you see the bigger guys out there. We weren't a huge team. They weren't a huge team, but they went out there and just absolutely did not back down to anybody. It was so impressive to watch these guys throughout this year. Incredible. I mean, just incredible. A heart to never give up. And from someone who is huge in basketball, loves basketball, the community, and just wanting to see us all come together. And you guys, what you did was awesome. Just wonderful. I can't say it enough. The support from us, the support from this community, to see someone like Toasty back there in the back row. He was sitting front row behind the bench watching you guys and just cheering you on. The town get behind you, the businesses, everybody. I just want you to know how special that was to everybody. A lot of people that we've spoken with that are just so proud of you all. And I wish several more of you were here, and hopefully we can talk about that more later. But congratulations, and thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the family members for being here. We greatly appreciate it. So thank you all.
Okay. So do it again next year. Then hopefully then we'll have a big party, right? Okay, next up, we have the council to consider the tax abatement compliance for Debo Cook properties. Adam. And you guys can go if you want to go. You don't have to. I don't want you to endure this. Thanks a lot, guys. Congratulations. Yeah. Okay, Adam, we're ready.
For the record, I'm Adam Zaklikowski, the Planning and Building Director for the town. Yeah, this definitely is not as exciting, that's for sure.
Definitely not.
So as a refresher for how these tax abatement compliance forms work is that when a tax abatement is first granted by the council, the applicant provides a form called an SB1 form. And that basically sets the benchmarks for what they're looking to accomplish in terms of salaries, number of jobs, and assessed value. And then every year, the petitioner has to fill out a CF1 form per Indiana law. And that form is updated every single year, and you're asked to, at this time of year, to find that they're either in substantial compliance with their goals, they're not in substantial compliance, or if there's some other scenario. And so for this particular case, first, we'll have a number of different abatements that'll be coming at the next meeting. This one, they got their forms in early, so we can go ahead and knock these out. This is for the Debo Cook property that's out off of 1000 North. And so initially back in 2022, I believe that's when it was. Yeah, in 22 is when the abatement was first contemplated, and then it was amended in 2024 when Caliber Collision came in. So for each of these forms, it just gives a breakdown. There's two separate abatements because there's two separate properties. So the first one is for, let's see, it is lot 2, It's also known as Building 1, and that's the building that has caliber collision, elite remediation, I believe
Angling equipment.
Angling equipment is the
Yep.
third business. And then the second abatement is for surface prep, and they're on lot 3. And so they've filled out the form accordingly. And if you have any questions on that, Mike Cook, the part owner of the property, is on via Zoom. And then Representative Parker Criswell from Genovis, who had put together the form, is here as well. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions for Mike or Adam? We do need a motion to approve these, don't we?
Yes, and then you as council president will need to sign both forms.
Everything looks okay to me.
Do I have any questions?
I don't think so. Looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the tax abatement compliance CF1 form for Debo Cook Properties.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you guys very much. Really appreciate it.
I don't know where I sign on this. You can show me later and I'll sign them.
Sure.
Okay, up next we have the public hearing on the voluntary annexation of one parcel of approximately 56.69 acres at the southeast corner of West 1000 North and North 400 West, the Durack property. Adam.
All right, so for this particular item, if you remember, I believe it was at your last meeting where you reviewed the Lakefield PUD. This is a portion of it. The majority of the land of which the Lakefield PUD would sit, if it's approved, was already annexed by the town. That was part of that petty property. And then in order to meet contiguity requirements under Indiana law, we had to phase the annexation. So that was the first phase, the petty portion, petty, right, and sing. And that annexation has been finalized, it's been recorded, it's on the books, it's in town limits. So then we can proceed with this one. So this is the 56.69 acres. It's right at the corner of 400 West and 1000 North. It's owned by the Durack family. And I just found out the other day that's been in their property, in their family since the 1800s. So it's pretty neat. If you have any questions on that, I'd be happy to address those. And then the next step in the process is if you hold the first reading on this ordinance, then it would come back to you all. I don't recall the actual date, sometime in the future, when we would do the fiscal plan that's required by law, and then you'd be able to adopt the ordinance. But we are, lastly, we are moving forward with the PUD will be at the Plan Commission on Tuesday, April 28th, 6:30 p.m. For them to review it. And so obviously the actual rezone of the property won't be effective until this annexation is effective. So there's a little bit of a delay, but we're trying to move things forward as reasonably quickly as possible to try to avoid unnecessary delays. So thank you.
Is the Durack piece the only one that's going to be on the PUD coming up? Or is it for the whole?
It's for the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Petty and Durack.
Okay.
Do we need to recess the council meeting and open a public? Is that what we need to do?
Mhm.
So we make a motion for that, right?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to recess the regular council meeting and open a public hearing to discuss the voluntary annexation.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any discussion? Any public opinion? Yeah. All right, I guess we're good.
Make a motion to close the public hearing and reconvene the regular council meeting.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So now we'll consider the first reading of ordinance number 2026-4A, the annexation of Durack Property.
Then we just need a motion.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 2026-4A, annexation of Durack Property.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. That was quick and painless. Okay, next up we have department reports. Joe?
That went fast.
Yeah.
I've got a few updates here for you. The lift station that we've been working on, designing and getting ready to go out to bid here pretty soon, hopefully on 925 north, just west of 200. The design is pretty much done. We're getting ready to do the soil borings to check the soils for the depth and everything to see what kind of condition the soils are in. They're backed up, so it's going to be probably a couple of weeks before they can get their crews out here to do that. But as soon as we get that done, we should be getting closer to acquiring the necessary easements and going out to bid and getting that project rolling. Along with that, we're meeting Wednesday with the developer that's looking to do the development there behind the fire station. We've got a small lift station that handles everything on West Broadway right now. We're going to look to upsizing that. We got a lot of area in there that could gravity into that lift station. So that's something we'll be talking to them about on Wednesday. Hopefully we can get some more property included in that. Just makes it more feasible to spend the money to build these stations when we have more people using it, dumping into it. Also, the water and sewer that we had talked about running south of 234 for AI Innovations. They had gotten all their plans put together, submitted to IDEM, submitted to NDOT, and was hoping we were going to be ready to roll on it. NDOT did have some comments to come back due to the roundabout going in there. There's going to be some conflicts. So I believe their engineers going back to the drawing board to make some tweaks, and hopefully we can find a way to make that work for them. I'm determined to, get them service down there one way or another. So we want to try to make it to where it's, expandable, where we can keep going south with it. But, if something happens that NDOT is not ready to let them cross there, then, I want to at least try to get them service because I think they're actually operating out of Portalettes out there now, and they've got a big crew. So we want to try to work with them to get that done. Madison and Broadway, that's for the South Madison Boulevard project that's going in. The town is working with the MPO and our engineer to design the intersection there at Madison and it's State Road 13 and also the trail along Broadway. It's all part of it. In talking with NDOT, I think they agree that moving this forward as fast as possible is in everybody's best interest. If there's any way that we can get this going this year, it's going to be very beneficial. I know we were talking before the meeting about traffic, trying to get through town, accidents and how things are backed up. Tentatively, this is what I'm told by NDOT and just knowing what's coming up. 96th Street and 400 West, that roundabout, they're getting ready to start putting that in. So that's going to mess up traffic a little bit. State Road 9 and 234, roundabouts going in there starting in May of 27. Again, these are tentative. So hopefully we can get Madison and Broadway started this year and get done and get out of the way. Roundabout at 750 West up here in Ingalls and Broadway, 28. In 28, NDOT plans on shutting 13 down again north of town because the bridge crossing Lick Creek needs to be replaced. So, no, that was Fall Creek. This is Lick Creek. So,
Those creeks.
yeah.
That's the thing about.
So just in talking to them about the Broadway and Madison Street roundabout or intersection improvement that needs to be done, just trying to find out the official detour, the best way around. That's when we started figuring out all these other projects are coming up and it's going to make it a little hairy. We're going to try to get it on the books for this year and get it rolling. However, there are some state and federal funds involved, and usually when that's the case, there's some environmental stuff that will sometimes slow the project down. So we're hoping that that's not the case, and we're going to try to keep that rolling. Bump outs. We talked about the bump outs on Main Street at the last meeting. I've reached out to a landscaper. He's working on a set of plans for the town. He's going to try to find some good plants that will be hardy and good for the area where they'll hold up, last, and won't get tore up every year and drought and salt damaged. We should have those for the next meeting. Reynolds, we met with Reynolds about the Landmark Park project last week. It looks like at the first glance, they're not finished getting prices or anything yet, but it's looking like it's going to be about $200,000 over what we've anticipated. However, we're finding ways to cut back on like doing some stick built on the restrooms versus buying the mobile unit and having it just set in place. Trying to get some grants and some different pricing for concrete. And so we're still working on those numbers, and we feel like we're going to be able to meet those numbers that we originally were looking at. So hopefully they'll keep sharpening their pencil and we'll come up with some better numbers and get rolling on this pretty quick. Other than that, that's all I've got this evening, unless you've got something for me.
You want to let everybody know about the signs on 13? Might as well just, that they're going to move them eventually. Couple more weeks,
Yes,
probably.
The signs that were put up on the side streets like Alden, Delaware, Illinois, High Street, or that say construction ahead for State Road 13. I reached out to NDOT about relocating or removing those signs rather. And they said that there's still a couple of punch list items, and within the next 2 weeks, they hope to have them done and out of there, moved out. So keep your fingers crossed.
Okay. Adam, you have anything?
No, nothing in particular, unless you have questions for me.
I do not. He is not here. Pat?
I have a few things this evening. My quarterly report, which is in the back on the table, if anybody wants to see it. It just goes over our monthly trainings. I guess the most important thing there, Officer Lanning's scheduled to graduate on the 24th this week from ILEA, and he will be back in town and released and fully certified. Officer Payne starts his ILEA classes May 4th. Officer Carter was released from FTO. He's working solo patrol. And we only have 2 open positions to fill, one from last year and one for this year. But we're in the last phase of our hiring process and we have 3 solid candidates. So I'm looking forward to that. Our reserves worked 100.5 hours for the first quarter. Calls, January, February, March, 1362 to 1578 per month. That's about normal for us. Maybe a little bit higher in January. February was a little bit lower, but it was awfully cold in Indiana for people to be out and about. So I think that's it kept people indoors, and they were the calm, maybe because they were so cold. I don't know. 72 total arrests. And just to note, the calls for service don't count in the calls that Laura or I take on station when somebody comes up to the police department or calls in and asks a question or anything like that. 714 written either warnings, ordinances, infractions, misdemeanor, or felony tickets. And I'm sure people ask, what's a felony ticket? It's usually an OWI with a previous OWI or with a child in the car. They still write that ticket under the motor vehicle laws, but it is a felony offense. And then we took 16 accident reports, 16 property damage, and 2 personal injury accidents. Looking at the cause of those, 75+% is driver distracted, phone, radio, inability to maintain lane, things like that. The other ones, line of sight, sometimes they just don't see. So, and on the last page, anywhere you see a square box on the map is where the accidents took place. So you see the majority of them right there in like along Broadway and on Madison, through Fortville there. A couple down at the high school. Those were minor, little fender benders. Looks like 2 on 4 West. So hopefully those roundabouts will help up in that area. And then I'm assuming the one just above 67 on 4 West was probably a semi stuck on the tracks that did something dumb. But that's that. And you can't fix that. So if you have questions about my quarterly report, feel free to ask. Next thing in the back, and you guys have, and I apologize, my printer is running out of the right colored ink. But in the back it says light the town green. It's for May is Mental Health Awareness Month in the United States. We're partnering with Hancock Health. We're going to put flyers out front. People can scan in. It has the QR code. If anybody's in need of any services, that will give you every service that Hancock County has to offer for any mental health awareness. We're going to try to get a banner or something out front if we can do so. I'm still working with them on that one. And then it's Go Green all month long. So if you wear green, if you have porch lights, light up your buildings and window with green, display green ribbons, signs, or decorations, just to shine a light on mental health. So that's kind of what we're going for this month. Other than that, Tanya, the only thing I got is I talked with Sergeant Smith and the reserves. They are going to cover the farmer's market all summer, starting the 30th. He's making a schedule and getting it out to me this week, and you guys should have somebody there as long as there's no anything major they got to break away for in town.
Good.
So
Thank you.
that got covered.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Other than that, I don't have anything unless someone's got questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think Andy's got something he wants to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got a few things. No,
That's good.
it's good. This Friday, since Heath isn't here, I'll say it. National Arbor Day. So Free Tree Friday at the community center, 400 West Church Street, 9 a.m. until the trees are gone. We will have 100 of each silky dogwood, Norway spruce, white pine, and tulip tree. I just like saying silky dogwood. Also Saturday, there is a collection event at Park Chapel Christian Church in Greenfield from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I will put out information again about that on our Facebook page and our website for anyone interested. Also, there's a community drug toss at Greenfield Medicap Pharmacy at 1588 North State Street from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. as well. So again, recycle and clean out your houses and your drug cabinets. Yes, that's all I have.
Uh, Andy said drug toss. We are in the process of installing our drug prescription drop box for any leftover prescriptions that families may have. It's a program we do with NASA, Neighborhoods Against Substance Abuse, and they dispose of all the narcotics. They send sheriff's deputies, police department to pick them all up. But it will be when you go and enter straight towards the police department, to the right, there'll be a sign. Hopefully we can get that in the next couple weeks. I've got somebody gonna come drop that in for me. So I know me and Joe have talked about it multiple times and both of us are just busy to do it. So I got that covered. But NASA is getting that done and we will have an official like drug drop-off location for anybody with extra prescriptions they need to get rid of.
That's great. Go ahead, Andy.
One more item. Farmers market. Everything's coming along nicely. Sounds like marketing's going really well. Signage and everything that we're doing. I'm working with the marketing team, Libby, Sean, everyone's doing a nice job of bringing everything together, and sounds like our vendors are coming together, food trucks and everything. So it sounds like everyone's pleased with the new location over there. We're working with a local sign person to get all the proper signage and to get it all, everybody know where the new location is. So sounds like it's going well. That's all I have.
Hopefully it'll be a nice permanent place.
Yeah.
That's what
And
we
that
want.
starts April 30th,
Mhm.
Thursday, April 30th.
Thank you. Missy's not here. Alex, do you have anything for us?
I should have questions for me.
I do not. We have any public comment?
Is this on? Sure it is. I'm Bob Starrett, Motel Drive here in Fortville. I would like to address a statement made by Town Council President Tanya Davis at the April 6th Town Council meeting and request a correction be entered into the record. Public statements made by elected officials and town employees should be accurate, and accountability is important. At a March 27th business meeting, a town employee shared that businesses and organizations may have the opportunity to adopt bump outs for planting. This generated a lot of interest and discussion among the attendees. On March 30th, Milda and I were visiting at Jennifer's Flower Shop, which is not uncommon as we've been friends for years, and we're discussing bump out planting ideas. While there, Tanya Davis came into the shop and Milda said, "We were just talking about bump out planting ideas since Andy had said the businesses could do this." Well, Tanya said she didn't know anything about it. Then at the April 6th council meeting, the bump out topic was raised. During discussion, Tanya Davis stated they had been approaching all the businesses and that she was put on the spot, later identifying they as Fortville Action. The statement's inaccurate and needs to be corrected, as we were not caught and did not put her on the spot, nor did we come anywhere close to visiting all the businesses. The only additional business I was at was Ben Eads. Fortville Action is a community volunteer group made up of multiple residents. At the time of these events, the organization had not discussed this topic. Milda and I were acting as individual residents, not on behalf of the organization. It is concerning and disappointing that an elected official would attribute actions to a nonprofit organization without basis. Fortville Action has contributed significant time and resources for more than 14 years to the community through service, events, grants, and scholarships. Misrepresenting the group undermines those efforts. Additionally, the implication that we were approaching all businesses or sharing premature information is grossly inaccurate. The information discussed originated from a town employee. If it was shared prematurely or without full council alignment, that is an internal matter for the town to address, not the responsibility of residents discussing publicly shared information. For the record, Tanya Davis has falsely accused a nonprofit organization simply because Milton and I happen to be members. It's disheartening very disappointing when a town official makes a false statement, putting blame on a nonprofit organization whose goal is to give back to the community. It's concerning that an elected town official cannot separate an organization from an individual. Because these statements were made on record, I respectfully request that this correction be entered into the public record.
So there. I don't think there was any malice involved in that, but apparently you did, so. So be it. Let it be entered in the record. Mr. Sherrick?
Toasty for the record. I'm here saying my piece about last meeting. We was talking about bump outs. And I think the town council should consider redesigning them. People do not know how to park there. You go through town and people is sticking out. They're this far away from the curb. It's very poor design to start with, but so be it. But it needs to be addressed and redesigned. Their turns are very poor, especially at Stat Street. And the end of Main Street, there's always somebody's butt sticking out.
Yeah.
So I think something needs to be readdressed there. Personal opinion. And thank you, Andy, for the job you did up here with the basketball team. And I did get the first row seats and got to see Cambridge in a different view. It's impressive. Thank you.
Thanks for your opinion. You know, I agree with that too, but I don't know what we can do about it, but it is, I understand why it was there, you know, to slow traffic, you know, and make it walkable, but it is hard. And I know a lot of people don't drive on Main Street because of them now. My mom being one of them. So yeah, I'm familiar. Okay. Any more public comment? Okay. Libby, you have anything?
Well, Andy took mine, recycling event. But I do want to ask a question. Chief, great thing turning the town green. Can we have, you said it's for the month. Can we say that if ribbons are put on public property, that at the end of the month, they will be taken down? That not necessarily you, but they can be removed without people getting upset? Like there should be a deadline.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so it's Mental Health Awareness Month is the month of May. At the end of the month, those can come down. We are not planning the police department nor the town that I haven't really talked to Joe much about it. I just got this information today. So, and the flyers are blue because my printer was running out of ink. So I apologize for that. They're supposed to be green, but I think my yellow's out. But yeah, only thing I've talked with Hancock Health about is putting the banner out front with the QR code on it. So if people want to go by and get it, and then having some flyers up front like we do for a lot of our stuff. Just if somebody wants to grab it when they come in and check out town hall or pay their utility bill or whatever, there'll be the flyers there too. So it's just going to give people extra resources if they need them.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the month, whoever puts them up, I would expect they would be responsible to take them down.
For me.
Nothing for me.
Andy, I want to thank you for putting all that stuff together for the basketball team. You did a phenomenal job. I'm sad that they didn't all come, but at least we recognized them, right? And I have something for Presley. What'd you do with it? You want to give it to her? We didn't forget you. You're welcome, honey. Yeah, and that's all I got. You're welcome.
Just for the farmer market, I know that they had a meeting tonight, and so they've kind of got laid out for food truck vendors, and they've got a schedule at least up through July, I think it was. So hope everybody comes out for it. Like I said, there will be food trucks out there, and like I said, hopefully everybody comes out. Thanks.
Fritz, you have anything?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Looking for a motion to approve and sign vouchers.
I'll make a motion to approve and sign vouchers.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I'll make a motion to adjourn at 7:15.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thanks for coming.
Man, I wish more.